Zack Steffen had a howler. Two more Americans are joining the Premier League, and Liverpool fans are simply the best. We're covering all these topics on Tea Time with David. Welcome to the 18th episode of Tea Time with David, and we're starting things off with U.S. men's national goalkeeper Zack Steffen having a howler of all howlers. This man and FA Cup semifinals just don't go together. On Saturday, Manchester City and Liverpool were playing at Wembley. Zack Steffen had a brutal first half that included this horrible mistake to Sadio Mane. This isn't even the first time that Zack Steffen has had an error like this in the FA Cup semifinals. Last year against Chelsea, he was caught way out of position, and he did this. You gotta feel for Steffen. I mean, it was a horrible mistake, yeah, but he's just getting ripped online. The City fans are letting him have it, telling him to get out of the club. U.S. men's national team Twitter is now having a huge debate. Who is the starting U.S. goalkeeper? And honestly, I don't have an answer for that question. Zack Steffen put out a tweet on social media apologizing for the mistake, and, things will get better. But, Zack, I don't think you'll ever hear this, but just in case you do, I want to recite from you this poem from this great poet I like. And I had this line that I think is really inspiring. When you get down, always get back up. It reads, "Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody gets that way." Keep your head up, man. I'm hoping for Steffen that maybe he can get a loan this summer and have a really kick-ass season with a new club and then be the U.S. men's national team starting goalkeeper. This is not the end of the road for Steffen, just a simple bump in the road. Also, it is a party in the USA, or should I say England, for two more Americans because Jedi Robinson and Tim Ream are going back up to the Premier League. Fulham has gotten promoted, and that means I think we're like a fifth year running now where Norwich and Fulham do this weird yo-yo thing where one gets promoted, one gets relegated. I like the trend, but Fulham is going back up. So we'll lose Josh Sargent. He'll go down the championship, but two more Americans in the Premier League. And also, I have been notified that I've been pronouncing Norwich wrong this whole time. Apparently, I put too much emphasis on the W. Apparently, it's just Norwich, no Norwich. But it makes sense that there's no emphasis on the W because Norwich doesn't get any. Got beat in their last game with a Cristiano Ronaldo hat trick. Bottom of the table. It's not going well. Let's check in with the Norwich correspondent, Colby, to see how he's taking it.
We're fucked.
Speaking of Ronaldo, though, we do have some really horrible news to cover. On Monday, he announced on social media that he and his partner had lost their newborn son. They had twins, and the daughter is still okay, but they did lose the son. And really the whole soccer football world has really rallied behind the family, giving them their space but showing support. And one thing I do want to highlight is the incredible showing of support from the Liverpool supporters at Anfield. The news was announced on Monday of the passing, and then on Tuesday, when the clock hit 7 minutes, Liverpool fans did this. This is really what the sport is all about. We'll wrap up Tea Time with some U.S. Open Cup news, and I feel like the U.S. Open Cup is like the hidden gem of American soccer. No one really talks about that much. Like, when was the last time you're like, man, I can't wait to turn on ESPN Plus to watch the U.S. Open Cup? I bet you haven't, and if you have, well, congrats, you're one of like 6. But there's been some crazy results with MLS teams dropping the ball against lower league opponents, and it's honestly amazing. Look at some of these scores. God, I wish we had promotion relegation. That is all for Tea Time this week. We'll be back in the future with more soccer news, updates on everything going on between the Americans and across the pond. And congratulations, guy. Dang.